Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm really happy today because even though it started out a little scary, today's actually a great day because today we got in something for the RX8. So now I have a little bit of rotary content for you guys. So without further ado, we got in the Black Halo Racing ignition coils and MSD spark wires along with some new spark plugs. So if you guys don't know, RX8s have pretty weak ignition systems in general. So this is, supposed to help, remedy that. I do have the OEM revised C ones on it right now, but I just want to go ahead and put these on just to make sure that the car has, enough to start the car every time, regardless, because like even the C's do go out randomly. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a quick install video. I'm gonna pop the hood, and then I already have all my tools that I should need for this. If you're not familiar with these, you do have to take the front wheel off because the spark plugs are back behind there. That's how it is with RX8s and just rotaries in general. The spark plugs are on the side, kind of like how the boxer engines are, except that, well, yeah, they're just like stacked 1, 2. So like, yeah, you guys will see what I mean. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, jump into this, and then, have some fun. All right, guys, so the first thing you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna have to take the wheel off, so loosen up all these little lug nuts. All you gotta do is just loosen them up a little bit, and make sure you do it for each one, and then you can start jacking the car up. And then once the car is up in the air and you have your jack stand under it, that's when you can go ahead and take the rest of the wheel off. All right, guys, so as you can see, there's 2 right there and 2 right there on the other side, and they're marked on the plates. They say L, that's for leading, and then the one at the top has a T for trailing. So we can unplug those. We're gonna go ahead and throw in the spark plugs first. So I got these as well from BHR. So we're just gonna throw these in. These are the typical ones. They're actually already marked. So as you can see, L for leading, T for trailing. So you're gonna put one of each for each stack. So basically it'll look like this for each rotor. So how I just showed you the 2 different the 2 sets of wires, it'll look like this for the spark plugs. The trailing will be on top, the leading will be on the bottom. All right, guys, so you're gonna need a 13/16 for these spark plugs. I would recommend getting the one that's magnetic, and then you're gonna need obviously your ratchet wrench. It's the medium size one, in order to get these out and put them in. Some of them are a little difficult. Like they're in really like tight spaces. So if you have big hands like me, it's kind of annoying, but it's doable. All right, guys, so this right here is the old trailing. As you can see, it's got this one little metal piece on it, and it's a complete circle without any breaks. And then of course you have the leading right here, which has that same little tab on it, but it has these 4 slots in it. So that's how you can tell the difference. Like if for whatever reason like the marking disappears or it's not on there, like that's how you can tell the difference. So leading has the slots and the trailing doesn't have any slots. So now what we're gonna do is we actually have to take off the strut bar. After we take the strut bar off, we have to take the air intake box. We have to take that out because the coils are actually like right under there. I still have the work light down there. I'll move it up here so you guys can see better. But yeah, we're just gonna take all this stuff off, which I mean the strut bar is just held on by bolts, and then this right here is kind of just, you kind of just have to like push it out like this. It clicks in like right here, right here. Disconnect the sensor, and then you can unscrew up here, and then once you do that, you'll be able to just like pull this back, and then you can you have to disconnect a couple more connectors, and then you can pull this up and out the way. Alright guys, so I already took the strut bar off. Like I said, it was just a couple bolts, so it's just chilling over there. But this part right here, I just wanted to get like on video. So obviously this is your MAF sensor. You also have to disconnect this. Like this is all like part of one loom. So you just disconnect this green one, which was down here. Disconnect the MAF. And then it has these little things. You just pull these out, like push the tabs in, and then you can just set this off to the side. And then right here, you need a 10 mil. The strut bar ones were 14, but this one is 10. Just loosen this up, and then this vacuum line right here, you just unplug that from this hole right here, and then you can, you know, start pulling this back. And you can start pulling the box out. Just be careful because there are some hoses down here that you are gonna have to, you know, disconnect. But other than that, you'll be good to go and you can pull her out.
Well, this bitch blew a coil at some point. So it's only been run off of 3 coils. And I don't know how long, but apparently, looking at this, it's been a while. That's great. That's great.
Okay, so in order for you guys to get these off, like the connectors off, like you can't see it on these, but you can see it on, where is it at? You can see it on this one. So you have to actually push down right here. So you push down and it lifts up, and then you pull away. Like, so basically like under this is the same thing. So you just push and then pull away, and that's how you get those off. And then there, and then you have the screws back here. That's what's holding them in place. Since we have the BHR global compliant ones, they basically are just like the stock ones. Obviously just way better, so they'll fit in the same place. So for the S2, there's no modifications anymore, or like special bracket you have to make. So now I'm just gonna unscrew the coils, take those out, and just one by one replace each one with a BHR one. Alright guys, so it was a 10 mil for the coils. So you just need a 10 mil and a ratchet for that, to take the coils out. And then we got our new wires and our new coils ready to go in. I took all the old ones out first, that way we could go from the back like forward, because it's a pain to get your hands in the back. So I figured it'd be easier to start back there and work our way up. And then also, I don't know how well you guys can see it. Well, yeah, you guys can actually see it. That right there, you can actually use to help you route the wires. You can just click them into there. I mean, you know, these wires are pretty beefy, so I don't think they'll I don't know if they'll be able to go in there, but it's just a good guidance and reference, just in case you're doing like a different, you know, type of spark wire or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, throw these back in, and, you know, start her up and see how she likes them. Alright guys, so this is how they look when they're fully installed. I already ran all the wires down. They actually mark them for you. If the camera will focus, there it goes. That way you know exactly which one goes where, and you can't mix them up. Pretty simple install. It didn't really take too much time. I mean, most of it was just dealing with stuff from the car being old, like connectors being stubborn, stuff like that. But pretty straightforward install. Now I'm just gonna throw everything back together, and we're just gonna start it up. And just like that, she's back and healthy again. Just that easy. One coil. One coil. As you guys can see, she's idling pretty healthy, just around like 1K. So I'd say we're good. Don't worry about the check engine lights for the mid pipe. So yeah, everything is good with the install, and I'm just letting it warm up. I'm gonna check the, I'm gonna go ahead and check the engine oil, make sure everything's good with that, because I recently did an oil change, make sure it didn't burn off too much yet. But yeah, as you can see, she is once again healthy and happy. So that pretty much is going to end the video. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what I can do better, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks.